What is up, y'all? Dylan back here. In this video, I'm going to talk about the Falcons firing Arthur Smith, and I'll also give my opinions on some of the candidates for the Falcons head coaching job. I do want to apologize for taking so long to get this video out. It's just that I was planning on doing a video, because Arthur Smith was fired at midnight on Monday at midnight, and I was planning on doing a video that Monday, but I simply just forgot to. And as the week went on, I just never got around to doing this video, and so I'm doing it now. Oh, just give me a second. So, the Falcons got blown out by the Saints this past Sunday. And so, for the third straight year, the Falcons finished 7-10. Yeah, 7-10. And for the third straight year, the Falcons will have the 8th overall pick in the NFL draft. And so, as soon as the clock, as soon as the clock hit midnight in the Eastern time zone, the Falcons fired Arthur Smith. Now, when he was fired, it was 11 o'clock my time, because I'm in the Central time zone. But at midnight Eastern time, Arthur Blank was fired. I mean, out of all the 3 years Arthur Smith was the head coach, this was the most disappointing. Because this was supposed to be the year we got back to the playoffs, and it didn't happen. So the Falcons have already put in a bunch of interview requests for several candidates. I know reportedly the leading candidate for the Falcons is Bill Belichick, as he and the New England Patriots mutually parted ways yesterday. Here's my opinion on Bill Belichick potentially going to Atlanta. I have mixed feelings on it. To be perfect, I have mixed feelings. There's no denying his accomplishments. Look, 6 Super Bowls and a bunch of playoff appearances. There's no denying that. But I do understand the arguments, such as, what has Belichick done since Tom Brady left New England? Well, only one playoff appearance, after Brady left, and that was in 2021. But other than that, Patriots haven't really done much. And so I get the arguments and and not wanting to bring Belichick in. But at the same time, Belichick is a big name. And so I would understand why Arthur Blank, would want to bring him in. Now, here's my issue. Now, my issue with bringing in Bill Belichick is, see, Bill Belichick, he had full control, when it came to the Patriots as far as signing players and draft, like GM decisions. Bill Belichick had full control. Not only was he the head coach, he was also making the GM decisions. And so here in the last few years, as far as personnel decisions, Belichick has had more misses than hits. And so that's my issue with it. And so, if the Falcons bring in Belichick, I don't want him to get rid of Terry Fontenot. Because I like Terry Fontenot as Falcons general manager. And so, like I said, I understand the pros. Now, like I said, I have mixed feelings on the prospect of bringing in Bill Belichick. I understand the pros and I understand the cons. And if the Falcons do hire Bill Belichick, I do hope it works out. I do hope so. Now, one interesting thing that's been happening is the Falcons have been blocking other teams from interviewing the coaches on the staff. For example, the Jacksonville Jaguars wanted to interview Ryan Nielsen, the Falcons defense coordinator, and the Falcons blocked it. I want whoever the Falcons hire as the new head coach, I want Ryan Nielsen retained as defensive coordinator, because now I know the last 2 games the defense was not good. However, this season overall, the Falcons had the best defense they have had in years. Now, yes, I understand in several games the defense couldn't close it out, but I put more blame on the offense in those games, because the offense had plenty of chances to close those games out, but because of Arthur Smith or Desmond Ridder or both, it put more pressure on the defense. And so, yeah. Hey, our sack, and not to mention, under Ryan Nielsen, our sack numbers got a lot better. A lot better. The Falcons defense actually got more sacks this season than they did in the last 2 seasons combined. Now, other candidates that's been brought up for Falcons. I know Jim Harbaugh's name's been brought up. Now, this is my opinion. I wouldn't mind Harbaugh. I mean, Harbaugh has had success in the NFL. I mean, the only reason it fell apart for him with the 49ers is because, one, he was in a power struggle with their general manager at the time. And 2, because of that, he lost the locker room. So, yeah, I wouldn't mind Jim Harbaugh. Of course, that's just me. Now, the candidates the Falcons have put in interview requests. Lions offensive coordinator Ben Johnson, I would like him. Texans offensive coordinator Bobby Slowick. I would love it if he was the next new head coach, because look at what he's done with the Texans, hiring DeMeco Ryans as head coach, and then bringing in and drafting C.J. Stroud And look at the Texans now. They're in the playoffs. Who else? Bengals offensive coordinator Brian Callahan. 49ers defensive coordinator Steve Wilkes. Dolphins offensive coordinator Chuck Smith. And there are others that I just can't remember off the top of. There are others that I can't remember off the top of my head. Yeah, there are others. I just can't remember them off the top of my head. Look, I just know that whoever the Falcons hire, they have to get it right. 6 straight losing seasons. I mean, that is just unacceptable. Unacceptable. We've got to get... The good thing is, we got a better roster now than we did 3 years ago before we hired Arthur Smith. Now, one argument, that reminds me. One argument that I have heard for Bill Belichick is it was pointed out that the Falcons have a much better roster than the New England Patriots do now. And so, I would have to agree with that. The Falcons also got to get a quarterback. If the Falcons are going to go the veteran route, then I'd say Russell Wilson. But if you're going to go with a rookie, then I think the Falcons should trade up with the Bears for the first overall pick. Because the Falcons got the resources to do that. The Bears have made it known that they're probably going to trade the first overall pick. And so, if I'm Terry Fontenot, I'm getting on the phone with the Bears and discussing a trade. Because the Falcons have got to get their next franchise quarterback. You know, if you want to go the route of drafting your next quarterback, then he needs to be your next. He needs to be a big name and your next franchise guy. Now, if you want to go the veteran route, then you could go Russell Wilson. Yeah. I mean, that's just all it comes down to. Oh, before I forget. Before I forget. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Smash that like button and notification bell. Share this video and my channel to your social media outlets. Hit me up on Twitter at DylanBlurton. Twitter handle will be in the description. If you donate to my Cash App if you're feeling generous. $ DylanBlurton. That will also be in the description. And so yeah, I just wanted to get that out before I forget. Yep. And it's been windy today. It was storming this morning. And then Sunday night into Monday morning. It's supposed to be getting a lot of snow, and so I have a feeling that at beginning of next week, I'm probably gonna be snowed in for a couple days at least. So yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video as it's already too long. So yeah. Hope everyone has a good day. I don't know when my next video will be, as usually this time of year is when my video output gets kind of slow, simply because there's just not really much to talk about this time of year. Whenever the Falcons hire their new head coach, I will do a video on that, and so now that will probably still be another few weeks. But whenever it happens, I will do a video. And so yeah, and so here for a little while, I will be a little slow. I will be a little slow with putting videos out on my channel. That's just it's just this time of year, because not much is going on this time of year now. And so we do got baseball season coming up. I will make a Braves video in due time. Probably closer when spring training gets here is when I do a Braves video. And so, yeah. So, that will do it for me. I hope everyone has a good day, and I'll see you in the next one.